9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Oh God, I don't know I don't know that came through. I have all the mics off for the show. Welcome to Hardway Wrestling. We are back again. Today today I don't know what day this is going to post. I'm pretty sure it's going to post on Friday. We're going to cover Wrestle Dream. I am joined by Ricky with the World Heavyweight Championship. Right, the World Heavyweight Championship.
No, this is the
Scotty's
WWF
got-
Championship.
What is it?
The WWF Championship from the Attitude Era.
The World Wrestling Wildlife Fund Championship. Congratulations. Saving pandas and pinning guys at the same time. Scotty's got the big gold.
My God, he's got a chair.
My God. Scotty's got his the big gold. Brian Hardy joining us once again. Thank you, Brian. Love having you here. What belt is that you got?
This is the USW United States Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
That is a good looking belt.
That is a really good looking belt.
Check out the inside of this bad boy.
What is that? Is that snakeskin?
Snakeskin, baby.
Nice.
Woo! My goodness. I am strapped up with the I Beat Chucky Manson belt, and at the bottom of your screen is the owner of ATCW, Chucky Manson. Where's your belt, sir?
I don't have any belts.
Not a belt mark, huh?
Hold
I
on,
don't have any belts.
right now.
Out of this,
Yeah, I need to borrow a belt.
Brian and I earned ours. These other guys, they use PayPal.
We bought ours.
Yep.
I was about to say, they earn theirs by working hard enough to get the money to buy them.
That's right. Ricky got his from Cash App, and Scotty got his on PayPal.
Yep.
All right,
Dude, I've had this thing since I was like fucking 16 years old.
Was that how old? That's how long you
Yeah.
had it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still got the WWF on it.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can read, Scott. Thanks.
Does it have the Figures Toy Company logo on the back?
I think so. I can't remember.
Oh, there we go.
This
Yeah,
this
check
one definitely does. This one's
Oh,
got
no, I can't see. It's too dark.
the Figures Toy Company on the back of it. So
That's awesome.
All right. Well, we're going to cover. We're covering Wrestle Dream. Right now, there are 9 matches on Wrestle Dream. We talked about it earlier. By the time Friday comes or Saturday comes, there will be at least 6 more matches.
And that's just the pre-show.
And that's just a pre-show at dark or whatever. What do they call it?
0 hour.
0
Buy-in.
hours. So, again, we got Brian Hardy here with us. Thank you again for joining us. We held you up for an hour and a half, and I thought for sure we were going to lose him, and he was going to file a restraining order, but he stayed. He switched shirts because I don't know, maybe I don't know why.
You two with cameras together look like the Jacksons, the Young Bucks. Like you literally both did the pose and you were going away from each other because you're Jason, you got to go the other way, Jason. There you go.
Oh my God, the Hardy Buck.
I was waiting for some dollars to come flying out behind you too.
The Cross Hardys. Oh my God, I could. Oh my God, super buffet party.
Buffet, Scott's coming.
That's our manager. That's our manager. So, all right, we're going to cover Wrestle Dream. As of now, we have 9 matches on the card, and we're just going to go through them. We just did a NXT preview. You'll be able to catch that. That's going to drop on Thursday, and Wrestle Dream if you're looking at this right now, it is Friday. Free for all Friday, or whatever we're going to call it. What do we call it Thursday? Thursday Night Thunder?
Throwdown.
Throw down Thursday, throw up Thursday, depending on how much you had to drink.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Throw up Thursday. There we go.
Thursday. So we're gonna go through these 9 matches right now. We're gonna start this off super hot. We have a guy that just signed a 4-year deal with AEW. Eddie Kingston, New Japan. What belts he's a Ring of Honor heavyweight champion. He's a New Japan strong champion, and he's facing Shibata. Now we talked about this yesterday on the video that Shibata is not putting up the pure title, right? This is all Eddie all day. Now, Brian, this to me only says one thing. If they're not putting up the pure title, if every title is not set up to win, there's only one winner here. Give us your thought. Give us your thought.
I can agree with that. I'm going to go right outside the box. See, with the last episode with the NXT stuff, I wasn't really there on that. But I'm going to say something right now that is going to shake the very foundation of my entire household at the moment. And I'm going to say that on record, normally I wouldn't, I'm not an Eddie Kingston fan in the slightest at all. I will say that I just read an article just a few days ago about Eddie Kingston and about his struggle right before the pandemic. That instantly separated Brian the athlete from Brian the fan, and I just said, you know what? At the end of the day, this guy's worked his butt off. Whether I choose to dig him as a wrestler or not, it doesn't matter. So my money is on Eddie Kingston right now, honestly.
All right, Brian's going with Eddie. Chucky Manson, owner of ATCW, welcome back again. I love it that you show up on our videos and it already looks like you're about to fall asleep and you're lounging. Are your feet up, sir? If you turn your camera, would we be able to see your toes or your white socks?
Yes. No, just my toes.
Got you. Okay. All right. So
and maybe my weenie.
I need you, perfect. I need you to kick. Speaking of Matt Riddle, I need you to kick off your slides right now and give us your pick on Eddie Kingston and Shibata.
Eddie Kingston.
All day.
All day.
Okay, gotcha. Scotty, give us your pick.
Yeah, honestly, like, and I said this before, like, I like Eddie Kingston a lot. Like, I think he's that everyman kind of character, you know, like the guy that doesn't give a crap, say what he wants. You know, he's the. I hate saying this because it sounds like I'm kind of bragging on him, but I'm not. He's the poor man's Austin. Like he comes out. He wearing what he wants to wear. He is who he wants to be. So like, you know, he just does what he wants to do just because he can do it. And I do like that about him. I do like that just every man feel about him. Like, he's the guy you want to go to the bar with. So honestly, I want to pick Eddie. I'm going to pick Eddie Kingston on this one. Yeah, I like Shibata's work. He definitely has had some interesting matches, but you know, like you said, they're not putting up the pure title, so why? That doesn't make sense. If they're not going to have Shibata in the other stuff. You know, they're going to have Kingston.
Kingston just got the ROH world title like a week or two ago at Grand Slam. So yeah, he's definitely not losing. So yep. Kingston all day.
Well, I tell you, I'm with Brian. And maybe this is just the guy who's in the back all the time and thinking not just about wrestling. I think a lot of things go into a wrestler. Not only whether you're trained or whether you can wrestle, it's whether you look good, right? You got to have a certain look. Eddie Kingston looks like he just got out of bed and he's still wearing his pajamas at times, right? his shirt is he's got a beer gut, like he's not to me he's a Homer Simpson of AEW, right? He looks like at any minute he could fade back into the bushes and just disappear. Like he is that guy, right? But recently, I think Eddie's story, like Brian said, Eddie's story about with the pandemic and how he went over to New Japan and won that strong title. There was a lot of meat there on the bone for Eddie Kingston, and I really think that he made himself look good to the crowd and look good to the fans and look good to me. I mean, because honestly, I look at him and I mean, I've been drinking, so I'm trying not to compare him to guys that I work with now or guys that we book now. But there's certain aspects to a wrestler that you expect, right? And he's not, and most of those, right?
Yeah,
But
he doesn't fit that category.
Most of the categories he doesn't fit. But his story here lately has been very intriguing, and I'm going with Eddie Kingston, basically on the pure fact that he just won those titles. Shibata is not putting up his pure title, and Eddie just won the belt. Why are we taking it off? We're never taking it off Eddie yet.
And we got to give Shibata his credit, where credit's due. He's a great talent as well.
Absolutely.
But the story being told, Eddie's the guy.
Yeah. If this was for every belt, I don't know. I'd be on
a different
the
story.
fence, right? I'd push towards Shibata because if Shibata is the athlete, right? Didn't Shibata? Wasn't Shibata's story? I can't exactly remember, but didn't Shibata almost have like a near death experience in the ring or something like that? So. And he's back at it. Like he didn't wrestle for a while, and he's back at it. So again, Shibata is. If this is for all the belts, I'd pick Shibata, but this time we're going to Eddie Kingston. All right, we're going to move on to a match. Probably in my mind is probably going to be the worst match on the whole card because I don't care about it. I only care about one dude in this whole match, and that's Will Ospreay. So we got Sammy Guevara, Will Ospreay, Takeshita versus Jericho, Omega, and Kota Ibushi. Brian, we just came off not too long. It doesn't feel like it's that long ago that we had Jericho versus
Ospreay
for Ospreay, and we had Jericho that doesn't get along with Kenny Omega. So there's going to be heat there with at least three of those guys one way or another. So
absolutely.
Give me who you think is going to come out on top in this match.
All right, it's tough because I'm a Jericho guy through and through and through. I believe at the current moment that it's been said many times by multiple different news sources, and it's so true. Jericho is this generation's Hulk Hogan. It's just as simple as that. He really
racist?
is.
Is that you just called Jericho racist?
I didn't say that. Here we go again. Telephone, telegram, telewrestler. But Jericho is this generation's Hogan. He's been able to reinvent himself numerous times and get over any way possible that he's able to. And it's worked, and it's kept people interested. Love Jericho. However, I'm not a huge Will Ospreay guy, but I've got him taking this match, honestly.
Gotcha. Ricky.
This is another one I'm on the fence with. I think when I took Omega to beat Takeshita, didn't happen. I did take Ospreay over Jericho. I almost feel like Jericho and Omega's due, and this feud's not over yet. I'm going to go with Jericho and Omega in this one, and Ibushi.
Scotty.
Well, like Jason said, there's really only one person in this match I really give a rat's about, and that's Ospreay. He has impressed me a lot with some of the stuff he's done, especially the match with Jericho. I thought he was pretty darn good in it, especially had to carry Jericho's old backside through half of it. Like, I'm not a Kenny Omega fan, not a Kota Ibushi fan. I like Sammy Guevara. I really feel like he is the next big that leaves that company at some point and makes it on a bigger stage, whether it's WWE or whatnot. Like he's going to do something big with his career in the next 2 to 3 years. So honestly,
I was going to say 2 to 3 months because he's got a baby on the way. He already did something pretty big.
Yeah, there's that too.
I know.
But yeah, now I'm gonna honestly pick the team of Ospreay, Guevara, and who's the other guy? I don't even remember.
Yep.
Take a shitter.
Yeah. Take a, and
let's not forget Don Callis is there.
Yeah, well,
Love Don Callis.
Or the Jonathan Cross of AEW. That's what I like to go on. I got better hair. I'm just saying.
Okay, how do you correctly pronounce it? Because I do want to give the man
Takeshita.
Takeshita, thank you. I gotta give Takeshita his props as well. He is
Kanotsuke.
He-
Gesundheit.
Yeah, because he is also a very good wrestler, and he's got a lot of potential. That as some of the matches I've seen with him have been very good, despite having some handicaps with some of the other guys he's worked with. So I could definitely see Takeshita and Sam. I could see like at some point down the road, I'd love to see Takeshita and Sammy. That could be an interesting deal. Osprey and Sammy could definitely be interesting. So just fantasy booking for the future. But yeah, I'm taking Osprey, Takeshita, and Sammy. So.
Chucky Manson.
Jericho and friends. And do me a favor, Scotty. Stop saying the word fantasy. You're just ruining it for everybody.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So I like one guy in this match. I like Will Ospreay. I'm over Kenny Omega for whatever reason. I think Ibushi is out of shape and overweight. I'm hoping he comes into a different way. He looked different than the last time we saw him. I'm gonna agree with Brian, only because I want him to come back. Nope. I'm gonna agree with Brian because I think I wouldn't say he is Jericho is this our generation's Hogan, but I do like that Jericho has reinvented himself. The Hogan never reinvented himself, right? It was always a leg drop or nothing.
That's true. I mean,
He was red and yellow, or he was black and white.
I guess they were going with NWO when they wrote that article. I don't really know, but
yeah, no, I would think that Chris Jericho. I love the way he's reinvented himself over and over and over again. The pain, you can call him the pain maker. You can call him whatever. Good one. You can call him whatever you want. I think the last year has not been great for Chris Jericho. I don't think he has been the greatest wrestler.
No, he's showing his age.
He's definitely shown his age. I think when he had a health scare, he lost a bunch of weight, and he went on he probably had a year there where he was doing really well. Like he looked really good. And then he's starting to pick up his weight again. And I just don't think Jericho is at the level he used to be. Now, he's, as you know, he's starting to put guys over. So I love that. I love that Jericho puts guys over.
big time.
But again, I think Will Ospreay coming to the company. I don't know that he's not all elite yet. So I think they're still trying to impress Will Ospreay. So I do think Will Ospreay, with some sort of outside interference, Ospreay, Guevara, and Takeshita end up winning this match.
And I have to clear it real quick too that when I said what I said earlier in regards to Will Ospreay, I think he's an amazing talent. It's just here in this house where I live, everything is Will Ospreay all the time. So you get kind of tired of hearing it, like from my kids, Will Ospreay's the best. Will Ospreay's the best. And it's like, they're beating you over the head with it every single night. Dad, we like you, but Will Ospreay's better, and it's like, like how many times can you hear that before I'm just like, eh. So like I said,
obviously whoever's in your house needs to be kicked out because that's not
he's my pick, but I'm a Jericho guy. So.
Brian Hardy is the Jesus Christ of that house, and there's no way Will Ospreay should even be mentioned.
You're trying to get me that John Lennon heat now, like the Beatles heat.
Tell every Yoko that's in that house to get out.
Oh God.
Anyway. All right. Moving on. Did I get everybody? I can't remember if I got everybody.
Yeah, you got everybody.
Perfect. Let's move to match number 37 of the night. We have with the winner of this match gets a tag team title shot anytime. So you got the Young Bucks, the Guns. You have Orange Cassidy and Hook Cassidy, and the Lucha Bros. So winner gets a tag.
Why are Juice and Jay not in this match?
Yes.
I don't care about the ass boys. Put Bullet Club Gold in there.
Yes.
I mean,
because
that's
we
crazy.
still need to see the next match, the saga of FTR and Bullet Club Gold. Why aren't
I
why
don't
Bullet Club
care.
Gold-
This match, I don't really give two shits about, to be honest with you. I could see Bucks versus FTR, 4 now?
Yeah, before.
Yeah. Give me the Hardly boys. What do you call them there, Scotty?
Yeah, the Hardly Boys. There's several different. The Cucamonga Kids.
I like the Cucamonga Kids.
That's good. That's good.
All right,
I'm Young Bucks. I'm Young Bucks through and through. So
okay. So why do you like the Young Bucks? I mean, you're their age, right? You're right.
Oh my god.
we're literally I think I'm a year apart from Nick. But the thing is okay. So here's the crazy thing. So
How old are you? You're 30.
I'm 33.
Okay,
so-
yeah. I think one of them is 34 and the other one's
34.
36.
Nick's 34, and I think Matt is 36 or 37.
Yeah.
So little fun fact: I'm friends with their dad. So that's the first thing. Is I'm really good friends with the Young Bucks dad. He's a musician. I'm a musician. We talk music all the time online and everything like that. So that was way before they blew
Brian
up.
already say the Young Bucks dad plays a skin flute. That's all. I
I was gonna say telephone, telegram, telewrestler. Here it comes, boys. But no, he's really cool. Mr. Matt's awesome, and Matt and Nick are just I can just get behind that story. Like I was a huge Young Bucks fan ever since day one. Like long before AEW happened, I was the internet nerd sitting at home watching Being the Elite all the time. Back when it actually was very good, and I'm not saying it's bad today. I'm just saying back then I was more into the let me travel on YouTube and see the lifestyle of an independent pro wrestler more and more through the eyes of going to Japan, going to Mexico, going here, going there. And I was really digging that. So I just think it was an emotional investment. Then when AEW happened, for me, AEW, I've just got like the softest spot in my heart ever for AEW because I'm like, yeah, I feel like I was like a part of it, even though I wasn't a part of it, because I was like, yeah, dude, like I literally watched it from here grow into this, into them, associating with Tony Khan, and then into it blowing up to what it is now. And I just feel like I've been there since the beginning, like dating back to like 2015, 2016. So I'm like, I don't know, but Young Bucks through and through, they could literally take a bag of dog shit and throw it on someone in the finish of the match. And I still would be like, yes, that's awesome.
And they have.
on many occasions.
All right. So, Chucky, let's go here. What you got?
Which one? We're talking about the Young Bucks one, right? I got all lost in a story.
Hook.
I think Orange Cassidy and Hook are the tag team we never knew we wanted. I'm putting them over.
Oh.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now the orange glasses. Okay.
Gosh.
All right,
Please.
did everybody else pick before I picked, or did everybody else do their?
Nah,
you gave me your pick.
Not yet.
Okay, Scotty, go ahead. Fire your pick, buddy.
Wake me up when he's done.
I will
Scotty
keep
got
this,
13 minutes. Go.
yeah, I will keep this short.
Curtain to curtain, by the way. That's curtain to curtain. That's
Curtain. I'll keep this short and sweet. Not a Young Bucks fan. Not a
he hates the Young Bucks, Brian. He hates the Young Bucks.
yeah.
Hates them.
Not a Young Bucks fan, not an Orange Cassidy fan. I do like the Gun Boys. I really think there is a lot of potential behind those guys. Who is the other team?
Lucha Bros.
Brothers.
Lucha. Yeah, you've seen one Lucha match. You've seen it all. I'm sorry. They just don't have the same appeal to me. They were interesting to begin with, but like I said, you've seen it all. I like Hook. I really wish they would find somebody better than Orange Cassidy to put the joke, the mascot of the company. I'm sorry. No, not worth it. So I'm picking the Guns because I would like, out of all those teams, I would love to see the Guns have a chance at the tag team titles again. Have actually, if they had a feud with FTR, that would better them as a team. So let's go. Fuck you, Chucky.
All I got out of that whole statement was you don't like Latin people.
Well, I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate the Lucha Bros because I think they're mad at Ray Phoenix right now for killing John Moxley.
True.
The other night. So they're mad at Ray Phoenix and they're mad at Rick Knox for not being the count to three.
The corpse.
So,
I hear John Moxley's still bleeding.
He's still doesn't know where he's at. So I'm gonna eliminate the Young Bucks because we've seen the Young Bucks and FTR, and I don't think FTR loses to Aussie Open. So we'll get to that. I think we've seen enough Young Bucks and FTR for right now. The Guns are in my wheelhouse. I love to see the Guns, but do we think the Guns are more deserving than Bullet Club Gold, right? Than Juice Robinson and do we?
Bullet Club Gold should be the next tag team champions.
I
do agree with that.
I believe that too. And as of now, they are not on the card.
That's what I was about to ask. I was going to say, are they even on the card?
They're not. They're not on the card for right now. So I'm actually going with Hook and Orange Cassidy. I don't think whenever they decide that they're going to win, or whenever they decide they're going to take on whoever has the tag titles, that's one thing. But as of now, the other guys, we've seen them, right? And maybe it's time to give Hook and Orange. Orange just came off that huge run, right? That huge run for the international title. He held it forever. He wrestled 537 times a night. So, I think it would be a feel-good story. I would not even be surprised if they open the night with this match just to get everybody super pumped up and super excited.
A lot of flippity doodahs.
Absolutely. And, give Pockets and Scotty Scotty loves to hear that. Jim Cornette reference. Give Orange Cassidy, OC, his props and put his fingers in his pockets. So that is going to be my pick. I'm going with
the only reason that he does that 17 times a match is because he's playing pocket pool with himself.
Hey, listen, if you had
he's got to readjust
balls like Orange Cassidy, you'd be whipping.
He's got to readjust.
Scott, if you could reach your hands into your pocket, you play pocket pool. Hush.
Here's what I need you to see. First off, we need to see Matt Riddle become all elite and show up this weekend, and I need Orange Cassidy to put his hands in Matt Riddle's pockets.
Honestly, I think Riddle's headed for the independent circuit.
What? You got a home here at ATCW. Brian Hardy will be your first match.
Yes, I will. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen. But there's no weed allowed at the church, so we're gonna have to figure something else. I don't know.
Just give him an edible.
Dana says that he can't not be high. So, all
just put it in one of the hot dogs. Just make sure Scotty doesn't get to the stand first and eat it.
Scotty loves those glizzies. So, all right, we're gonna move on. All right. So we got Better Than You, Baby versus The Righteous. This is ROH World Tag Team titles. Brian Hardy. Let's hear what you got to say about the Righteous.
Not very much. I am going to say, though, once again, because we're here on screen and just a friend thing, Adam Cole would be a little upset with me if I didn't say Team Baby. So.
All right, Chucky, who you got?
Let's go with The Righteous. Let's start a wedge between Cole and MJF.
Oh, okay. We got The Righteous, right? The Bray Wyatt light. That's what we like to call The Righteous. Okay, all right. Scott.
So hold on, that's Vinny's team, right?
Yeah, Vincent and I can't remember what the other guy's name is. Yes.
Okay, so I was gonna say I don't know the other guy. I wrestled Vinny back in like 2010.
I like Vincent.
He's got a great character, great look. Him and Matt Taven actually, used to travel all the time on the road together, and I thought
it was Taven, Vincent, and the other guy who broke his neck or hurt his neck and can't wrestle anymore. When they were
Which
all three
one?
were in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So both good guys. I got nothing but good things to say about them, but I still don't think that I gotta be on Adam Cole's side for this one. So
right on, Scotty.
Well, first of all, Brian, when you kept saying I wrestled Vinny, I was like, he wrestled Vinny Mac? What the heck? I don't...
He's the one that blew out his quads.
No,
Brian Hart is good shit.
Good shit, pal.
I was gonna ask who the members of the Righteous are because I know the name, I just don't remember the guys involved. But I have seen their matches, and again, they are a good team, so I do like them. But I'm gonna agree with Brian on this one. They can't go over, better than you, baby. Like they are, like it'd be interesting to see but what Chucky said about them driving a wedge, they've been doing that back and forth in this whole time of doing this feud. So let's let Adam Cole and MJF get a nice win over these guys. Let's keep the bromance going here. So
are we gonna have Roderick Strong involved?
That'll be their next tag title defense will be against Roddy Strong's boys.
Yes, there you go. So,
and then that might be where Roddy causes a wedge.
Yeah. Or a wedgie. We'll see what happens.
Chucky, who you got?
I already told you.
Oh, you already told
The
me.
Righteous. Yeah, the Righteous. Yeah.
Boom. Adam Cole, baby.
All right. As much as I like Vincent, I don't think that they're going to take these titles off of Adam Cole and MJF. I think that is set for the Kingdom. I think the Kingdom is going to end up taking these titles off of a Better Than You, baby, at some point. So that's where I'm going. I'm going with the ring. Maybe we get a ring spot where somebody finally gets hit with the ring. I don't know. I like Adam Cole. I like MJF. I like everything they do. Two of the top guys.
MJF is a fucking national treasure.
He is a national treasure. Just think WWE wanted to make Adam Cole a manager. Ooh.
Don't get Scotty started on that.
I'm just saying. I'll say Roddy Piper, people.
Shush, please.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go with Ricky's favorite chick, TBS Championship. Julia Hart versus Chris Statlander, and in the corner of Julia Hart will be Tony Khan's hat.
He'll be underneath the hat.
Yeah, I hope so.
He's like the damn Trix rabbit.
Yeah.
So, did you guys know Tony Khan could dance?
Not as good as Prince Nana, right?
No.
He set that up. He put it on a tee for me.
Jerk. You're such a jerk.
Put it on a tee for me. Give me Statlander in this, and let's move on.
All right.
Yeah,
I gotta go to work soon.
Statlander for sure.
Statlander.
Brian's got Statlander. Chucky's got Statlander. Scotty's got an hour worth of talking. Let's go.
Yep. Statlander. That's it.
I'm going against the grade here. I'm going to say the Julia Hart streak does not end. She is doing great work right now, and she has got Brody King in her corner, and I think Brody King ends up hitting a woman. No, I'm kidding. He's not.
Okay.
I think I would love to see Julia Hart take this title. I think Statlander, decent wrestler, not a great promo. Love what Julia Hart's doing right now with House of Black and any House of anything. House of Cross, House of Black, whatever. I'm picking them. All right, so we got Christian Cage versus Darby Allin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Chucky, I don't know if you know watching what's going on because you sleep most of the day. but Darby just lost to Christian Cage and lost to Christian Cage. Luchasaurus was the champion, and then Christian Cage ends up pinning Luchasaurus and ends up taking his belt. Do you think this is the point where Luchasaurus says enough's enough and interferes and causes Darby and has Darby win this title?
What about Luchasaurus helping Cage? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that Luchasaurus. All right, so there was a spot in the match where Luchasaurus picked up the TNT title and held it, and they said that's the first time that Luchasaurus has held the title ever, right? And which is not true because he's held the title before. But Christian Cage did not actually physically have this title until he pinned Luchasaurus. So, do you think Luchasaurus has had enough with Christian Cage and helps Darby win this title?
No, keep it on Cage.
Keep it on
Even
Cage.
even though this would be the match that I went and took my dump and made a second plate.
Isn't Sting banned from ringside for this?
Sting is banned from ringside.
That is right. Sting's still somehow going to end up in this match.
Joker Sting.
But on this day, I see clearly Edge's contract may have ran out. And does he show up to help his boy?
Ooh. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, Brian,
I'm going with Christian.
Add to it.
I think at that rate, you're going to have Darby, and Darby is going to be up the entire match, and you're literally going to think like he's about to take it home, and then the music hits, and Edge is going to come out, and he's going to make the save for Christian, and it is going to be the biggest, coolest, reunited 5-second pose ever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For the benefit of those who flash photography.
Scotty.
Honestly, what I have seen of this, it's not really my cup of tea, but the one thing I will say is that Christian is doing some phenomenal promos on this whole deal.
I think Timmy's falling asleep for real.
I think
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'll put Timmy Cam on right now.
Edge thing. That could be an interesting twist in the game. So, I would love to see Christian if they do it like that, where Christian or like either Edge comes down to help Christian retain, or Christian retains and Edge comes out in some form or another. Yeah, let's go for it. So I'm going to go Christian on this one. I don't think Darby's taking it.
All right. Who didn't pick yet?
Y'all did.
Oh, okay. So it's me, right? It's on me. I gotta stop going last.
Past your bedtime.
Here's what I see. I'm with you on the Edge. I think that Darby runs this match most of the time. And in the Luchasaurus mask is Edge, right? They're the same, almost the same height, right? They don't got the same tattoos. But what if Edge is dressed up as Puff the Magic Dragon? Right, and he's instead of Luchasaurus, it's Puff the Magic Dragon.
Hey, you remember the ECW One Night Stand, or the one where he came out in the motorcycle helmet and speared Cena through the table to help RVD win the WWE Championship?
We need a huge pop from this crowd. We need to justify,
that would blow the fucking roof off of Seattle.
We need to justify why we paid $50 or $49.95 for this pay-per-view of Wrestle Dream that's loaded with 37
If Edge shows up, Tony Khan's going to have several wet dreams.
Yeah.
Now.
If he comes out as Puff the Magic Dragon, Riddle's definitely coming.
I think he comes out as Piff.
Magic
Dragon from
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Honestly, I think we get our Edge. The non-compete should be up by now. It's been a while since
They said end of September, and this pay-per-view is October 1st.
So we're gonna see. We'll see. We are going to see Edge, I believe. So I'm definitely going with Christian Cage holding on to this title. All right, moving on. We got the AEW Tag Team Championship match. We got FTR versus Aussie Open.
Top
Aussie
guys.
Open, top guys, not out in my mind. So I'm gonna say Aussie Open just lost the ROH titles. I'm not even sure why they're in this spot right now, and Bullet Club Gold is not. I have no idea why. So,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely going to go with FTR holding on to these titles. Again, I don't know why Aussie Open is in this spot. So, go ahead,
Yep.
Scotty.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. FDR retains Aussie Open, good team, but they're just not they're not in that spot yet where they are ready for the main tag team title.
No, they are. They're a great tag team. Aussie Open is a great tag
They
team.
are, yeah.
They're a
But
great tag team, but again, ahead of Bullet Club Gold. Like, I'm sorry, no. Like, they're a great tag team. They are a phenomenal.
where does the stupid ranking system that Tony Khan has
Yeah.
done fall into
That
this?
went out. That went out a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like again, Aussie Open. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but they like where they're at right now compared to Bullet Club Gold. No, like we need. It should have been Bullet Club Gold in this situation, and then that match would have been up in the air. I would not know who to pick because I love FTR and I love Bullet Club Gold, but in this one, no, you got to go FTR all the way. So.
FTR. And I got a question.
Yeah.
Everybody look at Scott's camera right now. Does his head look super small, or am I just exhausted?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
because
we
he
know
was.
that wouldn't have lasted long because you would have eaten it.
There he
Oh,
goes.
God, Sonny. I love you.
Got peanut in my hand and have the boys eat out of it. Brian, the legendary Brian Hardy. Give us who you got in this match, bro.
I'm going for the modern day 2023 Midnight Express. I'm going for FTR.
There
Just
you go.
two amazing talents. Nothing towards Aussie Open. They did good at Wembley in their match. But when push comes to shove, FTR is this tag team of this generation as far as pure professional wrestling athletes are concerned.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you. All right. One more daddy soda for daddy. All right. We got Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page.
Who's in Swerve's corner?
Oh my God!
No, you know who's about to be in Swerve's corner? The guy, the Flop Dollar. He'll be
Flop
coming
Dollar.
Oh,
yeah, I can see that.
That's actually not a bad thought. Flop Dollar.
Brian Cage is really going to be outnumbered there.
Oh boy! All right, Scotty, who do you got in this match?
We know who Scotty's got in this match.
Peg Warmer, Adam Page, and Swerve Scott. Honestly, Swerve Scott's doing some of the best work he's ever done right here.
He is.
And like that's the other thing is like I do like when they start letting go of people from Hit Row or Skid Row, I should call them. No, when they start letting people go from Hit Row, I was like, and somebody had mentioned it. I don't know what show I was listening to, but they mentioned Swerve Scott was
should have been Hardway Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hardway, I guess. Yeah, we were talking about that. But yeah, like
what's up with that?
Yeah. But yeah, no, we talked about how Swerve used to be with Hit Row, and that's when they were good. So, and like you said, Jason, Swerve is doing some of the best work he's ever done. He's really good on his own. I still don't know why they put him with Keith Lee at that one point. They had that little weird feud that never went anywhere. But like on his own, doing his thing, Swerve is a really great athlete, great character. I love what he's doing right now. So yeah, we're going Swerve Scott, and it's not just because I hate Hangman Page. I do like Swerve Scott's work. I'm good at what he does. So.
Brian Hardy, give us your pick.
Man, this is tough. I'm going to be honest and say again, maybe there's been a few times that I've had to really eat crow, as they say, or, but Swerve to me was never a guy that I ever saw as a big star. Even when I was on the independent starting out 15 years ago, he was the opening match on every card and I was the main event on every card. And I was having trouble seeing anything in him. That has changed in the modern day today. I see a lot in him. I see huge talent in him, and I was wrong back then. So I guess my money's going to be on Swerve for this match.
Ricky?
I'm going to go. Damn, I'm on the fence with this one. Give me Swerve for this one. He's due. He's taken a lot of losses lately. He's due.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go with Swerve also, and I think this sneakily can come up to be match of the night. I know what match of the night should be, but I think this one can sneak up and jump into that spot.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, very nice. All right. So,
is that a prediction or a spoiler?
I don't know what it is. It's just a thought.
That's him just waking up on the map. That's what it is. It's not a prediction.
Which match were we talking about? I'm just kidding.
All right. So I am definitely I'm with Brian. I didn't see it when he was in WWE. I didn't see it, right? I didn't see his whole thing. And there are times in AEW I still don't see it, right? He walks to the ring, it's like he's got hype music, but he just walks like he's got a stick up his ass. I don't know. I there are times I still don't see it. But lately, Swerve Scott has been on top of things. I think he is the next. I'm hoping he is the first black champion of AEW. And he said it a couple weeks ago, and I had to think about it a little bit. I could absolutely see him as being the first black champion of AEW. So I'm going to go with Swerve Scott only for the simple fact that in that coffin match, his hair was still out. And he did not lose that coffin match to Sting and Darby. Go back and look at the tape. He did not lose.
That's true. I mean,
he didn't lose. So Rick Knox fucked up another match. I actually don't.
Hey, if you're going by that logic, Maven was never eliminated from the 2002 Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think it was 2002. Whatever.
And I don't think that Joe Henning's ever been eliminated from the Rumble in that case.
Son of a bitch. I think Kofi's still standing on a chair too.
On his hands.
Horse shit. No. All right. Last match of the night. Most likely, this is going to be the main event. We got
shortly.
Now, this is absolutely the dream match. You got Daniel Bryan. Or Bryan Danielson, depending on what company you think he works for. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
This is match of the night.
This, to me, I agree. Chucky Manson, give me what your thoughts are on this match. Both of them, they are the top technical wrestlers in the world.
Danielson will win. Again, this should be match of the night, but watch that other one sneak up. I've watched Swerve back in Lucha Underground, so I mean, he's got the ability. I'd love to see them steal the show.
Scotty?
Well, I'm going to be quite honest. I know the name Zack Sabre Jr. I honestly don't think I have ever seen one of his matches, and I feel bad for saying that because I need to get more familiar with his stuff. But I've heard the name. I've heard he is very talented, very good in the ring. So I'm honestly going to be partial to go for Danielson because I know who he is, but if the reputation of Zack Sabre Jr. is to be believed, like you guys are saying, match of the night. This could go. This could be a really interesting. Not when I say clash of styles, I'm not saying that in the bad way. Like it's going to be that clash of like just two guys really just putting it all on the line. So like my pick is gonna have to go with Danielson. So.
Right on.
Danielson's hometown, Danielson's win.
If this was WWE, I would probably say Danielson loses, right?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Hardy.
Zack Sabre Jr. in this house is a really big deal. He's probably as big as Will Ospreay is in this house. However, I'm going to definitely have to go with Danielson on this because we're talking about the main event. We're talking about a match that is going to be the best caliber of the night, bar none. However, we want to send the fans home happy, so Bryan Danielson has to win.
All right. Chucky.
Danielson. Again.
Okay. All right. So, again, I was on. I think Daniel's going to win. I think Brian's going to win this match because it is in Seattle. Zack Sabre Jr. is a great wrestler. He's a great technical wrestler. And Brian and I talked about this earlier. A lot of guys don't come to watch catch can wrestling, right? Or come to watch chain wrestling. And I believe this is going to be a hold for hold type of match. This is going to be very, very technical. When two guys claim that they are the best technical wrestlers in the world, this is going to be a technical wrestling. This is going to be a hold for hold type of match. I don't know that this is going to be match of the night. I think this is going to bore a lot of people until Bryan Danielson decides that he's going to get fucking crazy, right? And he starts Blackpool Combat clubbing this dude and dropping elbows and making this guy bleed. And we'll know that once we see their gear, whether they're wearing white or not wearing white, I guess. So
I think a big thing that plays factor in that too, sorry to cut you off, is
you're good, Brian.
Danielson's theme music for the night. As long as he's doing Final Countdown and Tony Khan's shelling out that money, man, you are going to literally watch this audience erupt. Yeah. He comes out to his normal, simple theme that he came out to the other night on TV. People are going to kind of be like, whatever. But give that big fight feel. Give us Final Countdown, and the place will erupt.
So if you're a promoter, right? If you're the guy who owns the company, Tony Khan owns the company. He's the only guy that owns the company. Actually, he's talking about other companies coming in and buying pieces of AEW. But as of now, he owns 100% of the company and he makes all the decisions. If you have a chance to get Zack Sabre Jr., do you let him go over here?
He needs it for his career. I think this is the thing. That's what I was going to say too. Like, you want to send the fans home happy, but at the same time, he needs this win more than Danielson does. Danielson's a made man, but Danielson can help make Zack Sabre Jr. So really, Zack does need this win.
Well said.
Absolutely. I'd almost like to see them say that this match is a Iron Man match. This is a 60-minute time limit, and have this thing go the full 60 minutes. You know, it's already going to run till 1:00 in the morning anyway, because you're going to have 32 other matches added on. So I would love to see this thing be an Iron Man match and then run this thing all the way and then rerun this again. Because I think there's money here. I think there's money with Zack Sabre Jr. Is he as good as Will Ospreay? Absolutely not. Is he as good as a Kenny Omega? I don't think so. But he is an absolute top name overseas, and we need to get this guy in AEW. So
there you go.
That's my pick. Anyway, I think Bryan Danielson's going to win only because he is in Seattle and it's going to rain and it's always raining, and we need to make everybody stop feeling so sad because of the bad weather.
You don't get tan in Seattle, you rust.
That's exactly right.
There you go.
Exactly right. So, all right. Well, that is our coverage of Wrestle Dream. Again, Thank you.
Hey,
so
do you
much.
know who's not going to be at Wrestle Dream?
Who's that?
Me.
CM Punk.
Yeah! Yay!
Hey, no CM Punk.
No,
Listen,
He's
that's
been
upset.
deleted.
round of applause from everyone here at RWA Wrestling, and we're not going to have to see CM Punk and Real Glass and all that bullshit, right? Except for Scotty. It
Look
upsets
at
Scotty. It upsets Scotty. Scotty's the biggest CM
it.
Punk.
Scotty's seriously butthurt because CM Punk isn't there.
Only because Scotty loves the ice cream. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Free ice cream, Scotty's in.
Hey, even if especially if my face is on the bar. There you go.
Well,
Dude, that'd be a big ass fucking bar.
that would be Matt Riddle, whose face is on the bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
boy.
his face will be in behind the bars.
All right. That's going to do it here for Heartbreak Wrestling. Brian Hardy, again, thank you so much for joining us. You are welcome back anytime you want. You name it. You are definitely. Actually, I'm going to put. Nobody's listening. It's just me and you right now, right? All right. If you want to take Scotty's spot.
Don't get me heat with anybody else, man. Come on.
You don't want to piss Scotty off. You see that spoon?
Dude,
Scotty, show him the spoon.
I'll take him in the ring and bonsai drop him. I don't.
There we go. I believe it. I believe it.
Scotty, you barely make it up the stairs. Hush.
I see it now. Scotty's in the ring at ATCW, and a helicopter lands in the parking lot of ATCW, of the church or wherever we're at, and Brian Hardy gets out like Lex Luger, and it takes him 40 minutes to get to the ring, and he's wearing his red, white, and blue, and he gets in and he picks up Scotty and he drops him on his back.
And then the ring explodes like Lesnar superplexing Big Show.
Because there's horrible connection at that church and nobody gets to see it online.
I love that venue, man. I love that venue, honestly.
When I first started, helping Tim or talking to Tim about, and I always kept saying to myself, we need to find another venue. We need to find another venue. We need to find something that's a little closer to the highway. And I'm not sure I believe that anymore. I think that is home to ATCW.
Most definitely.
I think that people, when they think ATCW, they know exactly where the spot is. They go there. We absolutely can move it anywhere else because we're getting enough following now that we can afford it. But I think that Lee Town Community Center is the home of ATCW forever.
That's awesome.
That's where we're going to bury Tim for sure.
Great venue.
Probably.
I mean, I literally said to Chucky last show, I said, I walked out in the parking lot, I said, and I came back in and I'm listening to the fans and they are so emotionally invested in everything that is going on. And I was just like, this is awesome.
Oh.
So
it is really crazy on to see from 2 years ago, the people who came, and we had a decent crowd 2 years ago, and it's steadily gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And people are watching online and they're looking at the stories and they're looking at this and they're looking at that and they're commenting. Like people commented before, but most of it is because, hey, Tucky, can I get free tickets? Like now it's people are like, oh my God, screw you, Brian Hardy, you're never gonna win, or we love Ishmael Martinez, and,
or I'm gonna challenge,
TCW.
or I'm gonna challenge Jeremy Stone.
Right,
Yeah.
some idiot,
For a
some
one-on-one
idiot
match.
sure thinks that they can wrestle. They're yelling shit at wrestlers. I mean, it actually makes my heart feel good to see. Every time I wake up in the morning, right? First thing I do is I turn my phone on, like 100,000 other people in this area, right? They turn their phone on, and the first thing I see is like 5 comments on an ATCW page. Because believe it or not, I'm on there. I'm actually an admin. Anyway, and I see all the comments. I was like, dudes from TCW. Oh, you're gonna get your ass kicked by Grizzly. Oh, like people are like flexing on these TCW guys, and I'm like, I'm like, oh my god, you have oxygen on, dude. Who are you gonna kill? Whose ass are you gonna kick? You know, and I think it's great. I love every second of everybody who thinks, who enjoys what we, Brian, Chucky, AK, Grizzlyo, Tomahawk, all these guys do. All these guys that all the effort that they put in. I love that the ATCW fans just they get enthralled. They get in the middle of all of it. I love every second of it.
Yep.
Absolute honor and privilege getting to work for a crowd that's that in tune with everything. And I mean, dude, even the matches, like one fall and fight.
Dude,
You know, like
so crazy, dude. They all do the same thing. You know, it's funny when you know what. And here's the best part: my girlfriend wasn't a wrestling fan till we met. Right? She's like now she's in the middle of it. We have a little wrestling fantasy league. Brian, I'm inviting you.
Yes.
After we play it one per quarter, or every quarter we switch over. I'm definitely inviting you to join. As long as it's okay with Rick, because he's taking it over right now.
Fine with me.
But my girlfriend was never a wrestling fan. She did love to wrestle, but it was other dudes. So now when she watches wrestling on TV and they go, this match is one fall, she goes no matter what. She's always yelling one fall, which I love. I fucking love every second of that because she is in. Like she is fucking in, right? And if you go to you've been to a billion indie shows, right? You wrestle a billion of these indie shows, and they all do it. They all fucking do it. So,
yeah.
You know,
well, what I was actually going to
WWE, they don't do it.
Yeah, I was even going to say, for anybody that would go wrestle at an ATCW show like that and then go somewhere else, that crowd might not be as on fire as the ATCW crowd is. You guys have got some faithful fans, like honestly, like
well, they all know each other too, right? They're all it's West Virginia, they're all cousins. So whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey now. I think one of the things that really sells everything from the time the lights go down to the time the first wrestler comes out is Evan, our golden tongue. He can announce like nobody else. I am really surprised that he hasn't got a couple of calls from other organizations. I know he has got a couple calls, but stays where he's at. I have a feeling at some point he's destined for more than what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
Evan
is great. His brother, for those who don't know, his brother is DW Dennis Williams, referee Dennis Williams, who does commentary. Also, they're brothers, and I didn't even know that. I was like, oh my god, you must have different dads because you don't.
I was gonna say, neither did I until last show, and they told me, and I went, no way, man.
There's no way, because Dennis is 6'3" and Evan is 2'9", so they don't even look alike. So.
And their dad comes to every show.
Yeah. Funny story.
He does, and he pays. That's all, and he pays, right? He's like, I'm paying. So
funny story. Just showing you how into everything the crowd is. A couple months ago, Evan wasn't there, and I felt so bad.
I was at that one. I remember that.
For Dean.
Yeah. Because the crowd was, instead of kind of coming, they're yelling, "Hey, not Evan!" And I mean, they're getting behind him, but they're also getting under, like they're kind of getting to him a little bit, just because they're like, he's not Evan. So and that's literally all they're calling him is "not Evan." The whole time.
So the best part about Dean is Dean, great kid, right? Dean's like what, 23, 24 years old, right? He's a young. He might even be that old. I don't even know. He's got a baby, and he wants to be in the wrestling business. And he comes with Travis Tarvin, right? He comes with Travis, and he's like, he's just so super nervous, right? Evan wasn't there, and he's just nervous. And I'm like, just relax, bro. We're gonna shit on you, right? Wrestlers, managers, whoever. We're going to shit on you. The fans are going to shit on you because you're not Evan, but they will love you. They will love you. And that's just what the fans do. He was like hands were shaking, bro. Like he was so, and we shot promos, like we were shooting promos, and he would start to talk, and he'd have his microphone, his other hand would come up with it. You had to smack his fucking hand down. Like he didn't know it. Like he was so nervous. And the fans, he's not Evan, right? So but he is a TCW family, and those guys, the fans realize Dean is a TCW, even though he's not Evan, right?
Yeah.
His hair is not combed like Evan. So it is a different world. Believe it or not, as much as I'm hated at times, and I've done some things that I don't know if I'm not proud of or whatever.
Just remember, suspended.
At this point, I am suspended, and we can do this right now. I mean, I'll clip this later, and we can send it on ATCW. I understand why you suspended me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I got to do for my guys, right?
Did you just say that?
I did, and I again. Oh, hey, look at you! That pussy came right up and hit you in the face. I understand that I had to, I put my hands on a referee. I didn't see him get suspended because he put his hands on me, but whatever, I get it. It's self-defense.
Jonathan Cross deserved it.
Maybe, possibly, but I understand, and I'm suspended. I get it, and next year I'll be back, and we'll see. And we'll see where everybody's at. And, honestly, Brian, I right now, not a bad guy, but if you're in the house across his way, I mean, we'll have to discuss that at a later point. So that pretty red, white, and blue belt will look absolutely wonderful on AK or Tarvin or Jeremy, or you can hold it up.
I was going to say AK or Tarvin, but you're just going way overboard.
Well, all my guys are. If I'm in your corner, all my guys are definitely worthy of carrying any of these titles. Honestly,
well, it's nice. It's nice to dream, and I guess since the theme is Wrestle Dream, you can always dream all you want. But the reality is, there's the left shoulder that literally has the USW title, and I think an ATCW Heavyweight Championship would look really good over this shoulder as well. And I would just take that bad boy everywhere and scream to the top of the hills, the top of the mountains, that I'm the guy.
Here, listen, Brian, and listen, no disrespect, but you might want to hit the gym and do a little bit more shrugs, bro, if you're going to hold both those belts. I mean, that's just whatever. We could, and honestly, House of Cross would love to have a guy with chops like yours, right? I mean, turn to the side, look at those things. Definitely not dyed. That's natural. Love to have someone like you in the House of Cross, but if not, I mean, we could absolutely help you unload those titles. No big deal.
I can't turn my back on the fans, man. You are so horrible to those fans. You're terrible.
I love every one of those fans that root for me.
None of
it's piling up in here, man.
It is. Hey,
I
fellas.
I don't want to ruin the end of the night here. I mean, Ricky's got to go.
Yeah, I got to go to work here, unfortunately.
So, anyway, I appreciate everyone's time here. Brian, thank you so much. You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome back anytime. Chucky Mansion, always great to have you when we pay you. And Scott, I love
you
that
still haven't
taken
taken dinner yet. I'm waiting on my dinner. Like, where is it? Come on.
Yeah,
you told me to get on.
Yes, I know. Uber will be there soon. OnlyFans or whoever's delivering your food will be there soon. So
when Uber Eats comes to Scott House, they have to use a fucking straight truck, a big old box truck.
That shit. That's a lot of rice. Anyway, thank you so much. That was Wrestle Dream. Again, in the comments, please make sure you like and subscribe. I don't have it set for this one, but anyway, make sure you like.
Follow us on Facebook too.
Follow us on Facebook,
follow us
on
YouTube, Spotify,
all the platforms for
Apple,
Spotify, Apple, YouPorn, whatever. Follow us all on all that. I mean, you're definitely going to see Brian Hardy on YouPorn for sure.
Well, I was going to say, you got to have me hit the line then. This is the second generation sensation, Brian Hardy, and you're listening to Hard Way Wrestling.
Oh,
why didn't he start out like that?
I have no idea. Why are you letting me do that? I shouldn't be doing that. Brian Hardy should be doing that.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, Brian, I figured out who to
cut
replace.
that and make it the new intro.
Right.
No. You know what?
The price of this podcast just went up.
12 cents later.
We're gonna double the price.
All right. Again, thank you, boys, for joining us. This was Hardway Wrestling. We will see you next time.
On the hard way.